Morning, everybody. This is Marilyn. Audio's great. Thank you. Good morning, everybody. This is Marilyn, and it's almost 8:30 on the 4th of December. This is Friday, and it's welcome to my world. I'm having a little bit of difficulty this morning with my get my camera stuff loaded, so I will have that up shortly. But I just wanted to remind everybody that we've got some significant news coming out right here at 8:30. So if you are in a trade, tighten up your stops. If you are about to enter a trade, might want to wait a couple of minutes and see how this shakes out. This morning, the U.S. indices are in a very tight range, and it looks like reasonably low volume even for this time of morning. But gold has been the trade of the early morning, and so is the Canadian dollar. So the Canadian dollar is looking a little better. Um, and it looks like oil's going to be volatile today because this OPEC meeting in Vienna. The issue with that, which is huge, is that first the Saudis, who basically control the OPEC cartel, said they indicated that they might be willing to cut production. They have bet the farm that they could run the U.S. and Canadian shale producers out of business, and they were wrong because those producers just came up with better and newer and smarter technology, and they're still profitable. So now that some of those countries are in significant debt for the first time in their lives, it's like, good grief, this can't be. So they may be willing to cut some production. The Canadian dollar, if as I said, if you were in a trade, it just made a huge move down. And so did gold, so did crude oil, and bonds have started down. The yen has also. This is going to be a fairly volatile day. Yesterday, I know that sometimes I think I'm just nagging and nagging and nagging, but I keep going on and on and on about the VIX. The VIX closed yesterday just over 18, and if you notice, it was a significant sell-off in the U.S. markets. So, that's why we pay attention to the VIX number. As that thing goes up and up and up, we're going to see these indices go down and down and down. The U.S. interest rates, it looks like they're making every noise possible that they may raise those interest rates, which will send bonds down, the price of bonds down even farther. So there will be lots and lots of trading opportunities. I hope everybody got to check out the webinar from yesterday. I think it clarified some of the rules, and basically I've heard Daryl say the same thing John did 1,000 times. This isn't brain surgery. Don't make it more difficult. It's really, really simple. Now, nobody said it was easy. Keep in mind that's two different things. So with that, I'll get back to trying to get my charts up and running here. But just pay attention. I think some of this volatility may be out of here in the next few minutes, but it will take this the whole day probably to absorb some of this stuff, because it's the Canadian unemployment and the U.S. unemployment. Why they put those out same day is beyond me. Anyway, later today at 10 o'clock is some more Canadian news. It's their IVPMI. And then this OPEC will be in the news probably all day. So I'll come back at noon And we'll see what the morning may have brought us for some nice trades. Just trade what you see, and it'll work out. I'll see. This has been my view from my world in Apex land, and I'll see you about noon. It's brought to you by Apex Investing. Thanks.